We've been living in Missoula now for just over 4 months. During this video, we will share our favorite places to go around town. We're also going to discuss what it's actually like to live here and give our honest opinions of Missoula as a city. Our first location is the Blue Mountain Trail System, located southwest of town.
We're recommending these trails because of the great trail conditions and the very easy access from Missoula.
Yes. The next place we recommend is Fort Missoula.
We think this place is great because of all the park amenities and just how nice the city keeps it. And it's only a couple minutes from downtown, so it's super easy to come out, and the scenery is absolutely gorgeous.
You can tell they put a lot of money into this park. Them trail's not like they said.
It's a lot steeper than we thought.
Steeper.
I don't think we're quite halfway up, but it's a lot harder than yesterday, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think we are almost up to the top.
Almost
Should
there.
be right up there. Should be the top right there. We definitely recommend this trail.
Mm-hmm.
It's right by the university, and then you're pretty much just walking straight up. It's 647 feet of elevation
Zigzag.
in 0.6 miles. So I mean, you're going straight up.
There are a lot of benches to sit on.
Yeah,
Very nice.
we're enjoying the nice view here. Walking up the Waterworks trail, the initial trailhead was closed till the middle of July, so we actually parked sort of near the highway and walked up the hill here. How's it going so far?
Good. We're having a good time.
All right.
Getting close to the top.
We're almost there.
Yes.
We both definitely recommend it. The views are just absolutely beautiful up here. Super easy to get to. Not really that far. I think it's 4.9 miles total round trip. Probably about 1,000 feet of incline. It got us a little out of breath, but honestly, overall, we would do it again, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, let's go! Let's go! I don't need to have fun.
Now we want to talk to you a little bit about our experience living in Missoula for the last couple months.
Let's start with the positive things we experienced. We love how close we are to everything. Whether it's parks, dining, shopping, or outdoor recreation, we are no more than 5 to 10 miles from anything we want to do.
There's actually a large number of amenities to enjoy. Most of everything to do is free, and this actually moves into our next positive, is the endless number of outdoor activities, from biking to horseback riding to skiing, running, or in general just getting lost in nature. Missoula has pretty much anything that you'd want to do.
While there are so many great places around the city, there are some negative observations that we have made that we wanted to share.
I want to start with the traffic. Pretty much anywhere you want to go around town, you're going to be experiencing a significant amount of traffic.
I work at the hospital, and that's about 3 miles away, and it takes anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to get to the hospital. And often when I get off of work, it's during rush hour, and it can take 25 minutes depending on traffic.
I also wouldn't call Missoula very bikeable due to all the traffic. I'm an avid biker, and I often do not feel super safe biking on the main streets at certain times of day. The bike lanes are super slim, and they don't really give me much of any sense of security.
The long, cold winter is also a major negative that we have found.
It's May 9th today, and for an example, our high temperature today was 52 degrees, and our low temperature was 28 degrees. And we did a bunch of stuff today, went all over, and we've experienced off and on snow showers all day. Not amounting to anything, but still, it's snow coming out of the sky in May, and it's definitely not what we're used to.
There are still some nice days here and there, getting up in the 60s and 70s, but for the most part, it is colder than we're used to in Pennsylvania for this time of year.
We realize this is very subjective, but it's really just not for us. The last thing that was probably the largest issue we had was the major homeless population in town.
We had not heard much of anything about the homeless issue here before we came, but it's one of the first things you kind of notice when you get to town.
There are also a lot of panhandlers everywhere on North Reserve Street. We've seen several instances of public drug use, along with sleeping or camping in the streets. Park benches, even though they have those slots on the park benches, still seeing people sleeping on them. There's also land near the Clark Fork River, probably about a mile from where we live actually, that was taken over by a lot of the homeless population and turned into like an illegal camp down there.
It's clear the city really doesn't care to try and solve the problem. They have a dumpster, there's a portable bathroom, and there's a sharps bin that they have there for needles, like the type they use in a hospital to dispose of needles that they've used on patients, down by the illegal camp, expecting them to clean up after themselves when clearly they have not done that.
I heard on local news media recently that the state decided to step in and file suit against the city of Missoula to essentially force them to start enforcing the laws. And I've recently seen cleanup teams the past 2 weeks getting down there and cleaning up the area, and also a larger police presence in the area trying to prevent people from going back down there. So that's definitely a positive, but it doesn't seem like the city is willing to do anything on their own.
While there are plenty of places to go around town to avoid these types of people, it is a shame that we have to miss out on certain activities just because we do feel unsafe in those certain areas, or we're afraid to leave our car parked for fear that someone may break into it. All right, so now we're gonna get into, would we live here? Would we move our home here? Would we plant roots? Would we raise a family in this area? And it's a no from me.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a no for me also. There is a lot of positives to this place, and we've definitely enjoyed living here for the time that we've been here, but I think the negatives definitely outweigh the positives. But on the other hand, is it a great place to visit, and would we come back and visit?
For sure. Definitely will be back.
Definitely would. I think for a short term, it's
great if you don't have to deal with some of the long-term issues of this place. The mountains are absolutely beautiful. The hiking is great. Big mountain biking area. I've had a lot of fun riding out on the trails and enjoying that.
Yeah, and if you stay in the right areas, you're gonna have a good experience. It's just long-term, living here forever would be a no for us.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
And click to subscribe
For more videos.